Okay, really quick, let's look at 6B support. I don't think that we had a chance to go over that in class, and so let me go ahead and cover that real quick. We've got enough time to do that. So 6B support, the first problem on 6B support says it wants you to find the square root of 64. Okay, so when you're trying to find the square root, all that simply means is what numbers can be multiplied, what two numbers can be multiplied by themselves that are going to give you back 64. Okay, so we know that 8 times 8 is 64, so that would be the answer to that problem. So eight times 8 could break 64 into 8 times 8. And what you're looking for is two numbers that are exactly the same that are going to give you that value of 64. So we're going to say on that one that the answer is just 8. Okay. Now, it says find the mean and the median for the waiting times of Big Bank given below. Show your work clearly and verify that both are the same. The following values are measured in minutes. So we're going to check this on the calculator, but it says to show our work, so we're going to do that. To find the mean, you want to take all the numbers and add them up and divide by the total number of values. So the answer to that is D. Okay, so it says the sum of all the values. Well, that's where we want to take 4.1 plus 5.2 plus 5.6 plus 6.2 plus 6.7 plus 7.2 plus 7.7 plus 7.7 plus 8.5. I'm getting all these numbers up here, plus 9.3 plus 11. And we want to find the total of those. And when you add them all up, the sum of all the values is 79.2. Okay. So it says the total number of values. Well, we would count them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 values. So our total number of values is 11. To calculate the mean, you would take your sum of your values divided by 11, and we get the mean is 7.2. Okay. Notice that the data are given in an ascending order, which means from the least to the greatest. How should the median be found in this case? Select the correct choice below and fill in the answer boxes to complete your choice. So let me go back up here since we've already got them in order. To find the median, you want to find the number in the middle. So I'm kind of marking off the beginning and the ends of each one of these. So our median ends up being 7.2. Okay, so the median is 7.2. Oh, sorry, I put that in the wrong place. The median is the blank value of the sorted data set. Well, if you go up here and count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is the 6 value in the data set, and we found out that that 6 value was 7.2. So in this case, the mean and the median ended up being the same, so we would put they are equal to each other. Okay. Now, if you want to see how to type this in the calculator, I'm fixing to show you that just so that we can verify these numbers. Let's go ahead and look at 3 of 4. It says find the standard deviation for the given data, round to 1 decimal place, then the original data set. And then we want to find the standard deviation here too. So really the easiest way to find the standard deviation is to use the graphing calculator. You can go back and look at the lesson in 6B if you want us to do these all out the long way. So let's go back and look this one will type all these numbers in, and so we can verify that we got all of this correct. So hold on one second. Let me pull up my graphing calculator. Okay, so I'm going to get out of this, but that's where we want to go. We want to go to stat, and we want to hit, that stat is right by the arrow buttons. You want to hit enter, and then you want to type your values in your list. So I'm going to clear this one out. It looks like it's actually pretty close to what we had. I'm going to check. So I don't need a list 2 at all for this. So I'm going to go over and go up to the top, hit clear, and just get rid of list 2. I don't need it. Now list 1 looks like it's already typed incorrect. 4.1, 5.2, 5.6. Yeah, all of those numbers are in there. So to find out the mean and the mode, you go to stat, you go over to calc, you hit enter. Now this is saying list 1. I typed everything in list 2. So to get list 1, I need to, if you look below 1 at the bottom, it's got an L1 at the top. So you would type in second L1, enter all the way through that, and then you get your values here. This is going to be your mean X bar. If you scroll down, it'll tell you what your median is, which is also 7.2. Okay, so that's how you came up with those and we were correct because we got the mean and the median was 7.2. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to do both of those problems that ask us to find the standard deviation. So I'm going to go to stat, I'm going to hit enter because I do want to edit that list. I'm going to change it out now. I'm going to hit the up arrow and then I'm going to hit clear and down to clear out that list. So the numbers that we were given for number 3, we've got to start typing in our list. So 13, we're looking for the standard deviation again. I'm sorry, the first number is supposed to be 9. Now you don't, especially when you do these in the calculator, you don't have to put them in order, which is another nice thing about using the calculator. You can just type them in and the calculator kind of does all that work for you. So I'm on problem 3 and I'm just typing these numbers in my list. And 17, 16, and 9. I always go back and kind of eyeball it and make sure that I've got the right numbers typed in because if anybody can mess that up, it would be me. But it looks like we're good here. So we want to hit stat. We want to go over to calc. Okay, we want to hit enter. We did type everything in list 1. Okay, so our standard deviation is going to be this number right here, and we would round up and say it was 4. And so let me go back to our answers that we had. Okay, so we just worked problem number 3 on this, and we found out that the standard deviation was 4. And so that's the one we would mark. Okay, now I'm going to do this one last problem. It wants us to find our standard deviation. It says round to 1 more decimal place in the original data set. So I guess it wants 2 decimal places. So I'm going to go to my calculator. And I'm going to type in that second data set. I need to hit Stat, and we do want to edit that list. I'm going to clear this list out. So arrow up, clear down, and 23, 21.5, 46.6, 38.6, 13.8, and 21. Gonna eyeball it real quick and make sure I'm good. And it looks like we are. There are 6 numbers here. There are 6 numbers listed up here. Okay, so let's go to Stat, Calc, Enter. We're going to enter all the way through that. Okay, here's our standard deviation, this SX, and so it says it is 12.44. And that's what answer we would want to pick on our document. So 12.44. So there's how you do that on the calculator, and the process for doing it the other way is very complicated. So you want to make sure that you can handle that on your graphing calculator. And that was 6B support.